When Queen Elizabeth I finally died, England's Catholics let out a collective sigh of relief. Her successor, James I, was the son of the famously Catholic Mary, Queen of Scots. Surely this was their guy. Except James was aggressively Protestant and decided to double down on the persecution. He ramped up the recusancy fines, which was a polite term for a crippling tax on anyone who didn't show up to an Anglican church service. We're talking £20 a month, an amount that could bankrupt a wealthy family back then. It was a brilliant state-sponsored strategy. Either abandon your faith or abandon your fortune. This is the kind of political climate that makes people start thinking creatively. Enter Robert Catesby, a charismatic, wealthy gentleman who was, to put it mildly, fed up. Having already participated in one failed rebellion, he decided the logical next step was domestic terrorism. He gathered a crew of his equally disenfranchised friends and relatives like Thomas Winter and John Wright. But they needed a specialist, someone with hands-on experience in the exciting field of blowing things up. That's where Guy Fawkes comes in. He wasn't the leader. He was the consultant, a battle-hardened sapper who'd been fighting for Catholic Spain. Basically, they hired the one guy in England who actually knew how to handle a fuse. The plan was beautifully simple and utterly insane. Step 1. Rent a cellar directly underneath the House of Lords. Apparently, security was a little lax back then. Step 2. Fill it with gunpowder. Not just a little, but 36 barrels of it. That's over 2 metric tons of explosive material, which some historians now think had decayed to become even more potent and unstable. Their goal was a full system reboot. By detonating it during the state opening of Parliament, they wouldn't just kill the king. They'd eliminate the entire Protestant ruling class, the royal family, the lords, the commons, the bishops, all in one glorious, deafening bang. Regime change via vaporization. Here's where the plan hits its very human, very predictable snag. Feelings. Some of the plotters got cold feet about blowing up the handful of Catholic lords who would also be present. So, one of them, likely Francis Tresham, decided to send an anonymous warning letter. It was sent to his brother-in-law, Lord Monteagle, advising him to devise some excuse to shift your attendance at this parliament. It's a masterclass in trying to have your cake and eat it too. We're staging a violent coup to overthrow the government, but we'd hate for you to miss your appointments next week. Naturally, Monteagle, valuing his life over coded messages from shady relatives, handed the letter straight to the king's spymaster, Robert Cecil. So the authorities knew. But instead of a dramatic raid, they just waited. They let the plotters stew, searching the cellars once on November 4th and finding nothing but a large pile of firewood. Later that night, they went back for a second look. There they found Guy Fawkes, calling himself John Johnson, guarding the explosives with matches in his pocket. Game over. After a few days of persuasion in the Tower of London, his signature on his confession tells you everything you need to know about how that went. The other conspirators fled, got into a comically inept firefight in the Midlands where they accidentally lit their own spare gunpowder on fire and were promptly killed or captured. It was a truly pathetic end to a plan that was supposed to shake the world. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more historical insights. Thanks for watching, nerds!